Oh, we on the podcast, baby.
Club Talk. Jay Brody. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. You're now listening to that Club Talk. And now, your host, Jay Brody. 1, 2, 1, 2, ha!
All right, welcome back to another episode of Club Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Brody. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, watching on YouTube if you're listening, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, whatever way you consume audio, if it's your first time, make sure you go ahead, subscribe, like, drop a comment, all that good stuff. Show some feedback, show me some love. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out our sponsor real quick, theflyeragency.com. If you are in need of any graphics, any animation, anything visual that you need to represent your business, websites, events, things of that nature, make sure you hit up theflyeragency.com. And quick shout out to the number one podcast out there in Dallas, who shows me a lot of love all the time. The reality is number one podcast out there in Dallas, Texas. So if you love unfiltered conversations, raw conversations, make sure you go ahead and check out The Reality Is podcast out there in Dallas. All right, I'm excited for today's guest, for this conversation. This man wears a lot of hats, but he's been doing what he's been doing for quite some time. I'm excited to talk about him. He brought some gifts that I'm going to try right here live on the podcast so y'all can see the reaction. Nitai Kenner.
Got it.
Oh, there we go.
Dang, got it.
First time. Nitai Kenner, my fault, has joined us here on the podcast. Man, I appreciate you for stopping by, man. This is dope.
Man, I appreciate you reaching out. Give me the opportunity to share and speak and share the story, or at least the fun.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. So before we get into these topics I got written down here, shout out to your business first of all, Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. How long have you been open with this?
About a year and a half. Yeah, we're coming up a year and a half.
Yeah. So before I tried the drink, what could we find at Whitehall Nutrition Lounge? What all do you offer there?
So we got all healthy, like meal replacement smoothies. They're all protein based, plant based.
Nice.
So they're designed to help you hit your goals and just eat a healthy breakfast or meal throughout the day. And then we got our energy teas.
Yeah, which I'm about to try right now live for y'all who's watching on YouTube. For those who are just listening, you'll probably just hear me drinking.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a game changer. That's the one that's what got me doing what I'm doing now. So,
you said this got you before we started recording. You said this got you ripped
up. Not just like ripped, but like ripped. It's crazy. I dropped 15 pounds and 10% body fat in like 5 weeks. Damn. I went from having to flex to have a 6-pack to a full blown 8-pack, barely having to flex. Just take the straw. Pointy end, just stab it. Yep, just like the boba joints.
Ah, got you. These cups are different.
Yeah, man, it took my energy out the roof. So that was the thing, is it made me feel good. And that was the first part of it, like the feel good part. So
got you. So this one is called again that I'm about to try.
That's my favorite. It's actually on the menu. It says Nitai's favorite. It's kind of like an accident. I got another spot in Dallas, Texas, where I'm from.
Hey.
And I just used to drink it all the time. And clients be like, "What are you drinking?" Like, "Oh, my favorite." And the clients there actually named it, so
yeah,
I ain't put myself on the menu. They did it.
All right, energy tea, Nitai's favorite.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. About to taste it.
Run that.
Man, that's nice.
Right in that spot, not too sweet, not too tart, just right.
Let me get some more of that real quick. Hold on, this is good.
Yeah, watch how the rest of the interview go. You're like, dang, I feel good.
Oh my god. Burn up 100 calories, boost energy, metabolism, smooth digestive cleanse. Nice.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be running, but it'll make things move.
Okay.
Properly,
I'm not gonna have an emergency.
Pause. Gotta go. Nah, you be all right.
Right. All right. So we're gonna be drinking this throughout the show. So listeners and watchers, bear with me if I'm sipping on this throughout the show. All right, man. So let's get into your story, man. So I came across your profile just surfing on Instagram. A lot of people ask me, how do you find your guests? Where do you get your guests from? And sometimes I'll just be online and I'll just see something that catch my eye or a person. I'm like, oh, that person looks like they're doing some pretty dope, interesting shit. Let's reach out to this person. So I came across your Instagram profile, and I'm just looking like, man, this guy look like he's doing a lot of positive things. I just got to digging through your profile. I'm like, you know what, let me reach out to him, see if we can make something happen and chop it up. So you're an entrepreneur. You into the fitness and wellness thing, life coach. You do it all in that kind of wellness range and industry. So you was telling me before we started recording, like, you've been doing this since 2005, but probably even earlier than that. And you're originally from Dallas, Texas. So give us a little bit of background on yourself. How did you get into that? Like, what was your life prior to being this positive person? Who is Nitai?
Man, to keep it like, if I just keep it like totally authentic, I didn't really know who I was. So we spent a lot of time moving. Like, I was born in Virginia, lived in New York for like 7 years.
Okay.
Moved to Dallas for like 5-6 years.
Wow.
Then I was in Puerto Rico for 5 years. So I learned Spanish, and that's when I started learning entrepreneurship. There wasn't jobs available
In Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I was like 13, so I had to find a way to make money. You figure it out if you want to make it.
Yeah.
And then we moved back to Dallas. Same thing. I was there for about 7 years again. Went out to Cali. I was there for like 5. Now I was there for 7 years and moved back. So now I'm up here in Ohio. So I've been here for, I think, almost 2 years now.
2 years now. Okay.
And man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
So I started. It really kicks off in Dallas. Like, I was in Dallas. I was working like 8 jobs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Worked at Foot Locker, UPS. I was a flag football ref. Worked at a club as a bouncer, promoter.
Man.
I also worked at a body shop, and I flipped cars and work on motorcycles on the weekends.
Man.
So like, I was doing a little bit of everything.
You're very hands on.
Yeah, man. It's like, if I wasn't busy, like when I came back from Puerto Rico, we were broke. Like, I remember opening my mom's fridge, and it was like, she had the fridge with the glass shelves. I could see all the way through the bottom. Damn. And it wasn't like no food in there. I just like,
wow.
you can't do it. So I got the job at Foot Locker, and this is where the extra entrepreneurialism kicked in. It's like, cool, I got a discount. People want shoes, they're not buying them here. Well, get them from me. I'll make that extra bread. And then seeing like they're paying me like $6 an hour. I got a raise for a whole quarter. Yeah. So at the time, I was like, I got to work 8 hours to get a gallon of gas. Like, didn't make sense. And then I remember seeing my parents, like, the bills were always up to here, no breathing room. And man, I want to say it was like around my 18th, 19th birthday. I don't know how it happened, but someone came over and they had a little extra herbal goods with them. And I was never really like a smoker or much, but I always been good at talking to people. Anyway, so they had it. I found a way to get rid of it. And I started going. So now keep in mind that all my 8 jobs, I'm still working on my jobs, but this is like a side hustle. So I'm working at
the side.
I'm working at the club, patting people down, taking theirs, giving it back. And I was like, oh, I can make money doing this. And then I start cleaning up. So then it gets to the point where I'm going to my job and I'm making more doing my side hustle than I'm at the job.
Oh, wow.
And it's like hitting me. And then so one day I got hurt on the job. And I was in the trailer, and they're like, "Yo, if you don't work for your dreams, you'll spend your life working for somebody else's." And at that time, they just put me on, when you get hurt,
like work leave, workers comp,
workers comp, yeah. And I was sitting at home on the floor with my son, and I got a check in the mail. It was like $18.
Damn, $18,
bro. I don't know if you got kids.
I don't.
Dog, I got to look at them diapers and them wipes.
Ooh,
I was like, this will never happen. It's not gonna work. Anyway, through the evolution of things, ended up taking a trip out to Cali, meeting some people, finding out I got a really, really extensive brain for figuring stuff out and making things work.
Had the gift for the gab.
The gift for the gab and the gift for figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm living in California and I'm getting things from point A to point B.
Making some moves.
Making
things happen.
Yeah. Point A, point B. You call me, hey, I need it here. Cool, how much? And I got to the point to where if you weren't talking about some thousands, there's no conversation. I don't know what you were talking about.
Woo.
End up getting arrested. Lost $60,000 that night. No, it was 80. I'm sorry. Lost $80,000 that night. And then it just kept snowballing downhill from that. I was looking at 7 years in federal prison in the middle of Arizona. I don't even know where I was at. Freaking nuts.
Damn. So you was on your way to make a move and
I was actually on my way back.
Oh, it was done.
Look, I was already done. And man, I had some cash on me. But I was also selling cars at the same time too.
You were doing
and
your
it was
flipping
just
thing.
Yeah, and it was just some bullshit that was set up that I haven't. So I didn't get caught doing what I was doing. I got caught in just some extra stuff, right?
Oh.
And they just had a big roadblock set up and they were taking people's money. I just happened to fall into the category that night.
Oh man.
But what happened was I was coming up a couple months out from my birthday and I was like, yo, I want to buy a Lambo for my birthday.
Woo.
So a Lambo Aston Martin. And I was like, yo, I'm planning out my runs. And what I used to do, like this room would be full.
Damn.
Full going to the next spot.
God damn.
Yeah,
Woo.
so it was big.
It wasn't a small operation.
No, and my thing is like I'm not a glitz and glam person.
You know,
I
like
wasn't
one for the attention, all that stuff.
Nah,
Look
bro.
at me.
My thing is I seen my parents always struggle. We never had no money. And I know a certain amount of money equals a certain amount of freedom. Now, not all freedom is attached to money, but a certain amount of it is. So like when I got to living, I was like, yo, I wake up when I want to, I go where I want to, I buy what I want to. My son has everything he needs. I get to go to the beach, I get to see the sun come up, I get to see the sun go down. And it was like those things that I was attached to. Like I'd have never been able to retire my mom at UPS. I just retired my mom a couple months ago.
Wow, blessings.
So
That's
in the legal way this time.
Yeah. Let's preface that for the listeners.
Yes, in the legal way. So it comes fast and it goes fast, but it goes fast and it comes.
Wow.
So anyway, like to cut that story like a little shorter, I ended up losing $500,000, hella in debt. Had some people looking for me that you don't want looking for you. Life was.
Ooh, you was caught up.
Yeah, life was crazy, and I was literally at the point to where like if I didn't get out then, I was either going to prison or I was gonna die. And that's like because I ended up being into the space where I was looking at that end, and I was like, yo, if this dude don't say what he need to say, I'm going home. He not.
And it's me or him.
And that's not me.
Yeah.
And that's when it checked me. I was like, yo, I'm in this. I gotta get out. So I just ejected out. Cut everything cold. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Right there and then.
Cut it all cold. Went to jail, lost that money looking at all the stuff. And it was just, I believe when you see signs. So I got arrested. That was number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I went up to go. I used to hoop every morning. And, man, I wake up 30 minutes early, put my feet on the floor. And as soon as my feet hit the floor, boom, 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 boom. I saw him run downstairs. I'm upset. And as soon as I opened the door, it's like 9 sheriffs lined up. Man, once I say my heart dropped, I was like, is it? And they were looking for somebody else.
Oh, they wasn't even looking for you?
They weren't even looking for me.
Wow.
But I think they were, I think they were looking for me, but they were trying to serve a warrant for the guy who used to live there. So they're trying to find some way in. And, man, anyway, so that didn't happen. And then my friend asked me to make this one last run. And I was like, nah, I got to go do this Herbalife thing. Because I just started doing Herbalife.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, nah, I got to do this.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting caught.
Oh,
shipping something out, and I was like, that would have been it.
Talk about
like,
signs,
bro. I'd still be sitting for another year.
How long did you do?
Man,
you did the full 7?
No. I was like, if I'd have got caught, I still
if you got, okay.
I didn't do any time because there was nothing for them to connect and attach anything on. So, like I said, it was something they made up, but they were in the right area. Yeah. So, but they took it even further. They tried to hit me with the RICO and stuff. It was like.
Ooh, they try to put you under.
Oh yeah, I was like, the RICO, what's this? It's like, oh shit, wait a minute, 7 years. My son gonna be 15 by the time I get out. Can't do it.
Yeah, wow. So how old was your son at the time?
He was 7, 6, 7,
6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So all of that's done, passed, cleared up. Like I said, I cut it all off, paid back some money. I owe someone like $70,000.
Damn.
So crazy.
Man, you probably was like waking up every day, like looking, like every time you stepping out the door, like you...
Nah, not at first, cause I was busting my ass to make like I said, I find a way to make stuff happen.
Yeah, it wasn't like every day you think like, oh shit.
Nah, but when you go from like, bro, I used to make sometimes 20-30 grand in a month. So money don't come that fast. All of a sudden, when you switch business, I'd be like, yeah, I got 500 for you this month. They're like, 500, what I'm gonna do with this? Like,
right, they ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, like I was at the point where like, yo, I used to go to the bar, spend $300-400 a night every night out the week because I was living good, we're celebrating, you know.
Damn, wow. So you cut that lifestyle cold turkey,
bro. I had to.
Wow.
That was cold turkey. I was cold turkey. Which one is gonna be?
Yeah, it's either you or what they say. The streets don't love you.
No, not at all. Not one bit.
You know, and I'm glad you shared that story because, you know, like in today's world, you know, everyone wants that fast life, that fast money. They want things now. I want it now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to do shit legally.
Yeah.
I need to get to the bag, and that's the way to get to it. So, like, you know, I'm glad that you shared it because, like, you're showing that, okay, I've been there. I've done that. I done made the money.
Yeah.
You know, I done seen it. You know, I'm owing guys money. I got a son. I'm facing jail time. You know, all this stuff.
Federal prison time. I had to look that up. Like, boys don't know, like, jail, prison, federal prison. They're all different things.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Federal prison, there's no break. It's the full, whatever they tell you is it. Like, they say 12 years, it's 12. It ain't one with parole or probation or none of that. It's
you
like,
12.
no, 12.
Yeah, we don't care what your lawyer talking about.
Lawyer for what? You got 12.
Go ahead and get rid of that lawyer.
Yeah, man. And that was the thing is like, I wasn't out for like the fast money. I saw how it was growing.
Yeah.
My goal was to get something so that I can be in a position to move and get out.
Yeah.
The problem was I never found what happens when you start hustling like that, you start seeing that kind of money.
You get caught up in
I could never go back to a job because I saw how much that me as a human being I could create.
Yeah.
So if I could do that there, where else can I do it and how can I do it? I can't go back to 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 an hour. And it's not saying there's nothing wrong with that. So those of you who are there, do your thing. Yeah. But once it's like a rubber band. Once it's expanded, it can't never go back. Once your mind is expanded, it can't never go back. So I made $30K in a month. I used to make $20,000 a year.
Right, that's most people's yearly salary. You make it in a month.
Yeah, my mom used to. Yeah,
go back to a 9 to 5. You crazy.
And then the thing is, like, once you see it, it's hard to believe until you see the big amounts. So I remember at one point I was sitting there with $1 million in cash. And
quick question, I'll let you feel. Where are you putting that much money at?
I'll give it to you. Here's the scary part.
Where do you
here's the scary part. It wasn't mine. So, you know, I do what I do. I go run. I make my moves. You know, can't get into the details.
Of course.
But we handle what we handle.
Yeah.
And, you know, I got to get it back to where it goes. And I'm counting it up. It's all straight. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. And that's when it hit. That's not that much money. It sounds crazy to hear this, but $1 million really ain't that much money. Most people in their life, if you're 30, you've made $1 million by now. You tricked it off.
Right.
Like not knowing, following society and the Joneses and the clothes and the shoes and the this and the cars and all of the stuff, you done spent it up. Yeah. So, like looking at it, I was like, yo, this ain't that much. Because I'm like, I can run off with this.
Right.
I can't.
Yeah.
But then it flips. It's like, yo, this ain't mine. And I felt like it was like you know, like the bat signal. They go up in the air. I felt like it was like the $1 million signal above my house. Like, yo, you got to come get this shit. Like, you got 10 minutes. Come get this now. Wow. I don't want no parts of this on me. Because you can't explain that to nobody.
No, you can't.
And where I was at the time, people don't mind coming into your house uninvited to see what's going on. So it's like, now y'all got to come get it. But that right there is what showed me when I started seeing people earning these big amounts of money legally. I was like, oh, this is actually real. When people be like, yo, I earned X amount last month, most people can't fathom that because they parents and all of their friends and their whole circle earn the same amount of money. Yeah.
Yeah, stuck in that rat race.
Yeah. And so like you said, they find that way to try and get out of it. My thing is if you in it, get an exit plan because it don't last.
Right.
If you're going into it, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but have an exit plan.
Yeah, don't make this a career.
Yeah, don't make it a career. Forget all the flashy stuff. Take that, put it in something. Yeah. And you know, like some of the rappers now, you hear them talking about, yo, I'm trying to ball forever, not just a thing. Like, I don't care about none of the shiny stuff. Yeah. What's the back end looking like? Right. So I know when I'm gone, my people gonna eat and they people gonna eat.
Yeah. Wow. Damn, that's amazing, man. So, like, I just wish that people, you know, like, you clearly learned from that lifestyle and that experience, but a lot of the times a lot of people don't make it out.
Yeah.
Like, it ends tragic, unfortunately, for a lot of people who are in that lifestyle. And like me being from Philly, I seen it a lot. I see it a lot, you know. So that's great that you was able to leave that lifestyle and now you're here, you know, you're a life coach, you got your own business. You know, you're doing things that I'm sure that you're proud of that you're doing right now in your life.
Bro, I thought about that literally 2 days ago.
Wow.
Talking to my girlfriend. I was like, yo, I'm just really grateful for my life and where it is right now. And I called one of my best friends today. Yeah. Today, man, hey, these checks, some of our Herbalife checks just hit.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, bro, I remember I used to pray for Meek said it. I used to pray for times like
this. Yeah.
Boy, that thing hit and I was like, I used to pray for this.
Yeah.
And it hit. And it's going to hit again in a couple of days and a couple of days after.
That's right. That's a great feeling. That's a blessing. That's a great feeling. Okay, so you get into the Herbalife thing.
Boy, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that pyramid scheme.
So tell us how you get introduced to this. Obviously, you know, you've become successful with it. So, but you just said like before you didn't want to get into it. How did you get it? How do you get introduced to it?
So I'm dating this girl, right? She was living with me, and first off, communication is key if you're in a relationship. I had shitty communication. If I got mad at you, I just act like you ain't exist. Like we in the same house, this far apart. She in the fridge. I'm trying to get into the fridge, but I look right through her, and it was horrible. Yeah. And the thing is, it's just communication. Learn how to communicate, and that don't mean I'm talking to you because then I'm just talking to you. It's communicating. What are you giving and receiving and returning? Anyway, she bring these shakes home. I was like, man, I ain't doing that shit. It's like I don't need it. I'm straight. I'm an athlete. I'm a vegetarian. Yeah. My mom she might want it though. And then she told me what it was. Like, yeah, now I'm good. And then. Keep in mind, I'm a whole criminal. Right. Talking about I ain't doing that pyramid scheme. That's illegal. What? What?
Right, you got some nerve.
Right? Yeah. And anyway, she gave me a shake. I was like, it's cool, whatever. And I wasn't, that wasn't it. Yeah. But she invited me to the workout. So the thing that you got to get people around people that motivate or inspire them. So for me, she was just like the vehicle. She was the messenger. She got me to the spot. And I got around a bunch of other people who at the time, keep in mind, I'm in a whole different mentality. They all happy and positive. I'm all negative and sour. Yeah. I just lost a bunch of money. Yeah. They doing whatever they do. They ripped up. I'm kind of ripped up. Yeah. And then what happened was they gave me this tea. And I had a hangover. Yeah, I had a hangover. So the girl was also my bartender. So I was at the bar the night before. I'm at a workout drunk, about to die. I'm looking at these old ladies hitting the workout and killing it. I'm like, I know I'm in shape. I'm breathing heavy. Anyway, so we get the tea afterwards and start clearing up my headache. And then the people coming up sharing their testimonials and their weight loss and their money. And someone like, I made $300. I'm like, that's cool. And then I remember the first story that hit this man said, I'm a full-time actor. He's like, I love traveling. I'm like, me too. He's like, I love helping people. I'm like, me too. He's like, I love fitness in my head. I'm like, me too. And he's like, I hate having a boss. And now I'm turned. I'm like, me too in my head. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's why I do what I do. Yeah, I'm not working for nobody else for these peanuts no more. Right. And he's like, last month, Herbalife paid me $3,000. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. But when the chick came up after him and said she made $9,000, I had just made $8,000 that month. After getting arrested and all of the stuff, and I looked at my life. It's like, all y'all happy? I'm not. Y'all got friends? I don't. Y'all in shape? I'm not really. You just made more than I made legally, and y'all ain't worried, and I'm worried. I'm looking over my back. I'm scared to go home. I don't even go spend time around my family because I don't want this coming with me. And then the next two stories didn't share. And I was like, everybody made more money than the last person, almost double. Wow. I was like, what y'all making? I started looking around the room. I'm like, oh, snap. Y'all
a little curious.
I was like, oh, y'all getting that like bread. So at the time, the guy who was my sponsor now found out he was making like $40 a month.
Wow.
I was like, wait, you make more in a month legally than I make illegally? I got the game effed up.
Right. He's making 40 off of Herbalife.
Well, this was
Talk a couple years ago.
7 years ago.
Oh, 7 years ago. Okay.
So imagine 7 years of growth from that point.
He out of here.
Yeah, man.
He out of here.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm like, people scheme this, scheme that. The scheme is, staying at a job where you ain't gonna make shit for the rest of your life. That's the scheme. And no offense. Do you? Definitely. If you good there, you good there. I'm not gonna knock you.
We're not talking down at people.
No, but my thing is for the person who I know that there's more in me, and ain't just the money. It's like what I can do and who I can be with it, who the people I can impact with it.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got started, and that's when I dropped that 15 pounds. Helped a whole bunch of people get healthy real fast. Made $22 in my first couple of days. And I was like, man, it's cool, a little money. Because in my mind, I'm still making what I was making. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. But then, that's when I said that switch had to hit. I was like, this got to stop. I can't do it. So it's like people start something out of inspiration or desperation. My advice, start out of inspiration before the desperation hits.
Yeah.
But whatever it is that you're passionate about, kick that off. Don't worry about the money. Chase the passion. The money will follow. But you got to make sure you're doing money-based actions.
Yeah, I think a lot of people miss that too. Like, I come across a lot of people. It's like, oh, I'm just trying to figure it out. And I'm like, well, what do you like? What are you passionate about? I don't know.
But bro, most people be like, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Like this.
Yeah, but
you sitting at the crib, man. Get your ass up, get out the house, go do something, get some experience, see how you like it, and then, and that's the way you figure it out. Like I be telling some of my people now, like y'all trying to figure out the whole game. You trying to figure out how to shoot a jump shot. I play ball. Right. You trying to you done mastered studying the jump shot and the release and how to grab the ball and the perfect arc that you
all
should have,
mechanics.
And ain't never shot a ball. Shit don't make sense.
Hustling ass backwards.
Yeah, so get out and go experience it and learn on the back end.
Yeah.
Make mistakes while you go because that's where you really learn.
Yeah, and that's another thing I want to talk to you about too. That was actually, I got that on paper too. Is failure, which we're gonna talk about. But what I want to do, we're gonna take a quick break because I want to keep sipping on this tea, and I want you to plug the business again because we got a lot more to talk about. Let's just scratching the surface. If you're enjoying the conversation right now, you're listening or watching, where can they follow you at before we take this quick break? If people are listening, they're getting kind of fired up with this fire, like I want to follow this guy. Who is this guy? Where can they
Instagram, Instagram or Facebook, just my name, Nitai Kenner, Nitai Kenner. So the same thing on Instagram and Facebook. That's all I really use. I got Twitter, I think. Okay. I might have to move platforms, or if you want to follow my business, Whitehall Nutrition Lounge if you're in Ohio,
there you go.
Or Champions Nutrition if you're in Texas.
Yeah. If people who are locally here in Columbus, Ohio, where is the shop at? They want to stop by and grab
some. So it's in Whitehall off of Yearling. It's 482 South Yearling Road.
Yeah.
So you pull up, $3 off for your first time in.
Hey.
Get you a shake and a tea. Try the whole thing out.
Yes, please.
So
yeah, definitely. If y'all in the Columbus area, make sure y'all stop by Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. I'm enjoying this energy tea. So yeah, if you're in the Columbus area, definitely go swing by and get you some tea and a shake. You definitely will love it because I'm enjoying it. We'll be right back here on Cloth Talk Podcast. We are sitting here with Nitai Kenner. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Let's go. Yeah, let me think. Money on my mind, shit, I'm trying to fill the bank. Shoes on my shots, I don't even blink. You can't buy, I'll let y'all niggas fill the blank. Here we go again, this lifestyle again. Money I'ma stack, fuck it, I'ma spend. If it wasn't for the trap, I wouldn't be the same. R.I.P. Nipsey, all money, fuck the fame now. If it wasn't for the trap, Lord knows. Probably be back on the floor. Run around strapped for the dough. Empty niggas pocket for some more like. Yeah, understand life, having money is the plan. Niggas watch your pockets, they don't even want a chance. Devil wears powder, I don't even wanna dance, nah. Run the block about 1,000 times. Wanna hit me, you can fall in line. Yeah, that's how I be when you on the grind. That's how I be when you on the grind. Yeah, run the block about 1,000 times. Wanna hit me, you can fall in line. Yeah, that's how I be when you on the grind. That's how I be, I'm getting money, yeah. Yeah, life's a trip. Gambled at a price that you niggas wouldn't pick. Hustle just to live, buy some buildings, get a grip. The trap like it's scary when fast money takes a grip. Yeah, blocks high, 100 raids. Summertime, sucker snitch. That shit means, what a bitch. Don't get involved if you wasn't for the shit. Put them niggas on and I'm the bad guy. That's why I'm in Miami dodging bad vibes. Drop it still these niggas cause the world mine. All I got is my word and my balls, right? But the plug for my mans, it was 20K. Shit's cheaper down south, plus the sunny days. The way that things align got a funny way. Couple bags under my eyes, but my money straight. Yeah, been the block about 1,000 times. Wanna hit me, you can fall in line. Yeah, that's how it be when you on the grind. That's how it be when you on the grind. Yeah, been the block about 1,000 times. Wanna hit me, you can fall in line. Yeah, that's how it be when you on the grind. That's how it be, I'm getting money. Yeah, yeah.
We're back right here on Club Talk Podcast. Nitai Kenner is here, entrepreneur, life coach,
Stick to the money,
health
bro.
and wellness. What we say, quote unquote guru. Like whatever, just
Like whatever people want to use, man.
like I do it all. Also owner of Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. If you're in the Columbus area, definitely go ahead, swing by, get you some tea, some shakes, get your life right. So I wanted to talk to you about life coaching. Like I was saying before during the break, like I was reading this article, kind of like gearing up for this conversation with you. So I'm like, you know what, like exactly what is life coaching? You know, because I'm like, you know, like you see it, but I don't think people really kind of like understand or have like these misconceptions about, okay, what does a life coach do? So like for you, like a life coach does exactly what? What is the exact, like, how do we define a life coach? Like, because people will probably look at like, okay, I come to this person and he fixed my life. Pretty much. You're like, bingo.
No, so here's the thing for me is like I don't really I never personally tell a person I'm a life coach.
You don't
Like,
promote yourself as, hey,
no, bro,
I'm
like-
Nitai Kenner, the life coach.
No, like I'm a man living life and sharing my lessons and things that I learned as I go.
Yeah.
And if it's something that can impact you along the way, if I read a good book or something that really helped me,
Yeah.
and you have something similar going, I'll share it. But a lot of it's through experiential learning. So for me, like I got a life coach. So and I've gone to life like seminars.
Yeah.
So the first thing is I tell y'all like pay for these expensive ass seminars and go to them. Why? Because it's your life. Like it costs. So like, man, I'm not gonna lie, like every year I find different seminars to go to or different courses to enroll myself in, and they take me out of my box of thinking because I as a human only function how I know. Like you do what you know.
Yeah.
Everybody only does what they know.
Yeah.
So until you learn something new or experience something new, you can't function different. And so like life coaching, like for me, how it's hit is like, imagine the whole room is dark, right? And there's an exit. You know there's an exit there, but you just don't know where it is. Now, a life coach don't necessarily tell, like they don't turn on all the lights and give you the door.
Right.
But they'll flash a light in the area of where you can find the answers or where you can find the door. So for me, because that's your own self-discovery.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm telling you what my version of you is for you. That don't make no sense. You got to go through and go dig through your stuff
for
on your
yourself.
own. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for me, I had in one of the courses, like I had some breakthroughs about stuff that I had no idea was even there. Like, remember I was telling you earlier, I had terrible communication in my relationships, right?
Yeah.
Well, where did I learn it from? My dad does that.
Yeah.
And so a part of my life is I had terrible relationships with people that I genuinely cared about, because if I got mad at them, I stopped talking to them and I had no idea where it came from. So you can't fix a problem until you know where it comes from. So it's like killing a weed.
Yeah.
You cut the weed, it's going to grow back. You got to get the root.
Yeah.
And then it's not just that, you got to maintain it.
Yeah. That's the hard part too, because like pretty much like what you're saying is like you got to do the work.
Damn right.
You got to do the work for yourself. And a lot of us, we don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
It's everybody else's fault but ours. It's everybody else's fault but mine. Oh, you the problem. You the reason why my life fucked up. It's your fault. You the reason why I'm always angry. You the reason why I'm pissed. You the reason why I can't, I don't know, pay my bills and such. It's you the one that fucked up the relationship. All this type of shit is never like, damn, what role did I play in this?
Bro, 98% of times it is like our life is a direct reflection of what we're creating, of how we're thinking, of how we're acting, of how we're showing up. So the thing is, I got a tattoo on my shoulder that says 100/0, 100% responsibility and accountability, and 0 excuses for why I can't do my best in every single interaction. So whenever something is going on in my life, like, and I don't always catch it right away. So here's a tip. They say the 1% are only more successful because they get out of their shit faster. Not because of all the other stuff. They're getting out of their own way faster. They're figuring out what it is. They spend less time moping and doing the stuff. So for me, like, I don't always catch it right away. But if something is happening in my life and it's starting to recur, where is it coming from? I had a shitty relationship. I noticed they were all the same woman.
Yeah.
And then I started realizing none of them had dads. So I'm having all these women with daddy issues. And so where's it coming from? So now me and I'm taking from my dad. However, his communication was piled on top of that. Yeah. So it's a pattern. Yeah, it's a formula for shitty relationships. Yeah. So, or in like really digging into like why do you function how you function day in and day out. So every time something ain't functioning in my life, I'm like, yo, what can I do to improve my situation, my business? It's my business, no one else's. So if it got to operate, what do I have to do to increase it? If it's failing, what am I doing that's causing it to fail? Or what am I not doing that's causing it to not grow? Yeah. So it's that all the way across, even in my relationship. Yeah. Oh, my girl mad at me. What am I doing? What do I need to adjust? Yeah. And maybe I just think she's mad. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably not even the case. Yeah. It's literally like claiming ownership in every damn thing, because people be like, oh, it's 50-50 in a relationship. Well, then that's 100 out of 200 the way I look at it. Yeah. It's got to be 100. I'm responsible for me. You responsible for you. Yeah. And when we come together, now we elevating each other. That's right. Yeah. It's like self-analyzing pretty much. but with the intention to produce a positive result. To want to grow. People self-analyze, but they criticize themselves with no intention to make an improvement or make an adjustment, because people feel like making an improvement is bad. You're like, that's such a weird thing to. Yeah, you don't gotta change. You're fine how you are. No, the fuck I don't. I have to change. Right. Yeah, have y'all seen my bank account 7 years ago? I have to change. Right. You know, have you seen my relationships, whatever? So yeah. So like for you, like when you was, you know, like kind of like going through that whole self-analyzing aspect through your life, and still going through it. The work never ends. No, it don't. Yeah, you know what? That just makes me think, like, a lot of people think that there's a final destination. Like, okay, if I get this, I get that, when you die, yeah, when you dead. But then we only know to that point. Is there something like that's true. But there is no like, okay, if I get all this materialistic shit, or if I meet this person, or if I get all this stuff, then I'll be happy. I'll be good. All my problems will be solved. I won't have to worry about no bullshit in my life. My life will be magical. Bro, so my life coach hit me with this shit one day. Yeah. Right? I'm broke. This is when I'm like stupid broke. Oh, God. Yo, I was literally living off of like $10 a week in food. And I'm talking about I had this joint budgeted. I go get oatmeal, some cinnamon. If I had enough left over, I get raisins to put in it. I got brown sugar. I put it in the water and boil it down, because you get more of it sweeter for longer. And then it was like carrots, tofu, and sweet potatoes. That was the mix. Shit. Oh, it was, when I tell you it was real, I ain't had no power for a month. Like living in the apartment, no power. Phone was broken. I stayed at the gym till 2. Get up at 5 so I could charge my phone and work from my phone. When Facebook calling came out, I sit at the Panera Bread. I was tearing people's phones up through Facebook calling. My phone was off. Woo. But getting back to what you just said. No, actually, I spent the period homeless too. So it's Jesus Christ. And not homeless in the sense of I'm a bum on the like whatever it was. Yeah. I didn't have my own home. I was staying at friends' houses and friends' living rooms and friends' couches. I slept on my motorcycle one night. Like, damn, that's home. I don't have a home. You're homeless. Wow. But I was talking to my life coach, and she was like, well, what's it going to take for you to be happy? I was like, well, when I get all of this debt paid off, I'll be happy. And then she hit me right then and there, and it cut off every thought in my head. She was like, why don't you just be happy now and work towards the goal?
Never looked at it that way.
No, I was like, well, I can be happy now because the work is still the work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having a past due bill. The past due bill on the table, it don't got to go with you. You just go, you do your work, and come back and pay it. But you can carry it around in your back pocket and look at it all day and be like all disturbed about it.
Yeah.
I could just be happy right now,
yeah,
and continue to get better. And when you're happy, you attract better things into your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so to what you just said, like,
yeah.
the final, I'll be happy here. You'll never be happy there because you're not happy now. You don't know what you can't be happy with the little bit you do have.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of bit to somebody who was broke.
Yeah, right. Wow. So sleeping on the motorcycle, man.
What? Talk about uncomfortable.
Right. I was like, how was that?
Short. I don't even know if I can say I slept on. It was like an hour. I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I might go stay up, walk around. I'm walking around North Hollywood. It's like 2, 3 a.m. Ain't nobody out but me, just walking around. Me and the bums. Like,
man, wow. You know what? Like, it's crazy because like you were saying like earlier, like people will look at you now and not even like assume or think that how you was living and things you went through in your past. They would look at you and not even think like you went through all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like does it kind of like do you have like these kind of surreal moments when you kind of like reflect back on like, damn, I came a long fucking way.
Every time I get in my car. Every time I get into my car. I had my dream car.
Yeah.
I had my dream car.
Yep.
I couldn't afford to put gas. I had a Camaro. It was SS. You know, gas goes a boom. It was nasty. Customized. Crazy.
I had a Camaro.
Yeah.
my favorite car too. My dream car.
Look, it was my dream color. People used to, this is when it first came out. People were like, yo, is that a Lamborghini? Because I had it done. Like, they'd be arguing over it. I'd be like, nah, it's a Chevy. It's only like 40 racks. Ain't that big a deal.
Yeah.
But I had to look at the car, and my girlfriend had a little Honda. And I'm like, if I put 10 in my car, we're going to drive about 15 minutes. If I put 10 in her car, we're going to drive for the rest of the week.
Right.
So I leave my car parked, and they were looking for it, but they were looking for it in Texas. I was in Cali. So I was putting the money in her car, so I couldn't even afford to put money in it. So I thought I made the right move. I go turn it in. I'm thinking I'm being responsible. That was the dumbest shit I did. I'm like, somebody really kept the car. Tore up my credit till about a month ago. Ooh. Just got off my credit, and I paid it off.
Damn.
I paid it off, and it still sat there. But
oh, man.
It's every time I get in my car, like, man, yo, to be real, the first thing I do when I wake up is thank you, God. First thing I do, like, I don't touch that stupid ass phone, like none of that, because the first thing, like, if I flip this over right now, I don't know what's on the other end. It could be World War IX, zombies. It could be this, that, the other. It could be whatever. Yeah. It could be people texting me about all of their problems. Yeah. So first thing in the morning, do I want to be out of control of my day because I looked at this? Or do I want to be in control of my day and start my day how I want it to go? So I wake up, thank you, God. I take my time for me. I pray. I give gratitude. I got my own home. It's paid up. I got heat. I got electricity. I got food in the fridge. Matter of fact, I got food in the fridge. It's so player now, I pay my dad to cook for me.
Wow.
So my dad's got a food business. So instead of me spending my money and my time going grocery shopping, I learned the value of my time. I invest in my dad's business, pay him to meal prep for me. I don't waste time. I don't waste groceries. Yeah. I don't waste nothing. I get a different meal every day. It tastes better than my cooking. Right. And I'm taking my money and putting it into my family before it goes out. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm circulating the wealth in the family.
In the community. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like that. Yo, I wake up first thing, gratitude off the top, because I look back on all of them days.
Yeah, things was looking slim for you, boy.
So, bro, it's oatmeal, and like occasionally I eat a bowl of oatmeal, like, and I'll make it the same way, just to be like, yo, just remember where you were at, and like when I get a little, I don't even want to say stressed, but when I've had a full day, I'd be like, yo, this is the shit you were asking for, because remember when you didn't have none of this, you were complaining about not having it, and now you got it. Yeah. So like you were saying earlier, ain't no final destination, because look, when you get the new crib got new crib bills, got new crib furniture, got new crib taxes.
Right. You'll never get it. You'll never get there. Yeah. The work is always there. Yeah. Always work to be done. That's dope. I wanted to talk to you about like balance, like balance in life.
What's that?
Like balancing, like, because I look at like for like. But let's take like example like for a regular person in life, you know, they say they have their 9-to-5 job. You know, they're working, they're busting their ass. They come home, eat. If they got kids, play with the kids, sleep, do it all over again. It's the same thing. And, you know, I just wanted to, like, talk to you about, like, it seems like we're caught in this, a large majority of us struggling with balancing life and making time for ourselves to, like, invest in ourselves. Because we're, okay, I gotta go to work, I gotta grind, I gotta pay these bills, I gotta get this for the kids, I gotta do this. And we're just, like, we get caught in this rat race, like we kind of mentioned it earlier. But that same person may have dreams, goals, but they're not balancing those things to invest in themselves. So I wanted to kind of, like, get your take and your opinion on that, like, as far as, like, balancing life.
So what's that?
What is balance?
That's what I'm saying. What's balance? It ain't no such thing.
There's no such thing.
It ain't. Like, I think about like an NFL running back. When they get hit, they're off balance. They land and adjust and keep moving. They get hit and they're off balance. They land and adjust and keep going. Yeah. It's just, how are you adjusting and keeping going? What are the choices you're making day in and day out? So you got to have, like, your top list. What are my priorities and my values? And the rest of the shit falls around place of that. So for me, like, so back to the 9-to-5 thing, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Yeah. Because when I was when I was working all the time, I never saw the sun come up. I never saw the sun go down. Now, the other thing I didn't see was my kid would get up and his mom would take him to Montessori school. And then by the time I got off work, I got home around 7. Sun already down. Yep. And he go to bed at 8.
Damn. Shit.
So that's when it hit. Like, who's really raising my son? The weekends don't count. So if the teacher got a pissy mood, that's what my son get. Yeah. If the teacher believe in this, that's what my son get. If the teacher believe in this, if the teacher talks like this, that's how my son talks. Who's really raising my kid? Not me. Yeah. And I'm paying for them to raise him.
Right. Yeah, dad's not home.
Yeah, dad's not. Mom ain't home. He ain't home.
Shit.
He's somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's the way. And I feel like it's set like that to keep your family like that. Now, the thing is, like, I find for me, I set my priorities, my core values. Friday night, me and my girl got date night. Sunday is my day. I do what I choose to do, when, where, how I choose to do it. If I sleep in, I sleep in, which is really probably only about 8. Wow. If I play sport, like, whatever it is, that's my day for me. Yeah. And then I know my tasks that I got to get done throughout the day that are going to keep my life progressive. So if you got a 9-to-5, cool, you work your 9-to-5 because you know what you got to do, but what are the gaps in between and what are you doing with them? If you got a break, stop scrolling, find you a side hustle where your side hustle can start to eclipse your full-time income. If you want to take vacations with your family, stop eating out. Dead ass. One person on average probably spend about $20 a day eating out. Don't sound like that big a deal.
That shit adds up.
It's $600 a month. Not including groceries, not including alcohol, not including smoking if you smoke or partying, none of the other stuff.
Just going out to eat.
Just not even ordering Chipotle or whatever. Yeah, just the stuff you get on the way. Most people spend about $20 a day. You want to start taking vacations? Stop eating out. Pack your lunch. Oh, I get bored. Well, stay home or travel. Which one you want? Yeah. You know, just making different choices. Like, I look at I got a Jeep right now. Jeep note, like, 560.
Yeah, I seen your Jeep. You pulled up. It's nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And now the thing is, it's big, it's bright, it's green. Yeah. I don't give a damn what nobody say about my Jeep. Because I like green and that's what I wanted. I got what I want. I don't care if a person like it or they don't. It don't affect me. Yeah. I appreciate it, but it doesn't change my mood or my vibe, right? Yeah. But I look at the Jeep like, dang, I'm grateful I got it. But what could I be doing with this $560 every month? And it's not $560 a month. The way my brain works, I look at that as this $7,200 a year. Yeah. So I think about my time the same way. Yeah. If you make $20 an hour, or if I spend an hour a day scrolling, that's $20 times the day. That's $600. What could I do with the extra $600? Yeah. So it's like,
you break it down and you prioritizing. Like, okay, what is this? How is this adding value to my life?
Yeah, and not realistically, like, in the human lives we live, not everything is going to work like that.
Of course, it's never going to be perfect.
Yeah, ideally, we want to do more of that than we don't. Yeah. So it's like balance is like, yo, what are your priorities and what do you value and what are you willing to make happen? So for me, like, yo, if I don't get up before my girl and my kid. And he's not here right now, but when he's here, if I don't get up before them, I don't have me time for the day. Yeah. So if I want me time, I get up early.
Yeah.
This is the balance.
Balance.
I get up earlier than them.
Yeah, you're prioritizing.
Yeah.
If it means that much to you, you'll make it a priority.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
So I think that's the real thing, is learning to set your priorities, and are they in alignment with not your now goal, but your future goal.
Yeah.
And you'll have your little flexes in between.
Yeah.
But
you can have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have your fun, but pay attention to what you do. Like, if I think, I used to spend a couple $100 every night drinking. What could I have done with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have my fun, but could I have had less fun than 7 nights a week? You know, like.
Yeah, you was going hard in the paint.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, that's a little excessive. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
And I appreciate it, but do I remember all of them? No, so it's worthless.
Yeah.
So the ones I do remember, I could have done once a week. I could have done once every other week.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a I was on there's a post that you got on your Instagram. It's an older one, but it's not too old. You was in your car driving, and you just like kind of like recorded yourself talking about this experience you had with an internet rep. And you was talking about how you was like pissed that at that time like something went wrong with your internet, and you was calling the rep, and they was kind of giving you the run around, and you was just trying to get to the bottom of it. And then you say, you know what, I'm getting angry at the wrong person. It's not her fault.
Yeah.
And by the end of that, you kind of tied it all together. And it comes down to attitude. It comes down to your attitude. And I kind of looked at that video, and you know how you ended it. It just made me like, aha. Like you have these moments where you're like, the way we kind of like approach things or a situation, a lot of that, how we come into it with our attitude, whether it's a positive attitude or negative attitude, you reflected on that and realized I came into that situation with a negative attitude, and I didn't need to be that way. Yeah. Number one, it's not her fault. Why the fuck am I yelling at this person? It's like she just trying to do her best to help me, and that was a lesson you learned, a teachable moment that you felt, you know what, I'm gonna share this. Let's look at our attitude. You know, how we come into a situation. If we come in here already with a fucked up attitude, chances are what you're going to get out of that is what you're going to put into it.
It's an L. It's an L off top. You're taking the L when you make the call.
Right.
Like,
Sir, I'm trying to help you, but if you know.
Yeah. Well, to me, that's that. Is it in alignment with my end goal?
Mm-hmm.
So my end goal of, if I'm gonna take the time to call you, keep in mind, like for me, it's like everything I do, I'm looking at it's $100 an hour, at least. So if I'm gonna take the time to call you, and I know it's gonna be a 30 to 45 minute phone call, what am I looking to gain at the end? Do I just want to argue with you? Do I want to be more pissed off?
Yeah.
Or do I want to get it credited? So for me, like my thing off top is I'm coming into this looking to get this credit to get my month cleared up, because I know if I made a mistake, y'all gonna charge me. Yeah. So I'm gonna charge you for my time, which is 100 hours. So by my calculations, you owe me a month and a half of internet for free. Thank you. But it's keeping calm and keeping collected in it, because like you said, I just called and it's Bob from India. Yeah. I don't know no Bob in India, but whoever. But they didn't cause whatever happened with my bill. It had nothing to do with them. Yeah. So now I'm yelling at the wrong person. At the end of the day, all they gotta do is hit click. They don't give a damn. Yeah. But if I can be nice to them, and even if it doesn't come to my end resolution, I got off the phone not feeling like a jerk. Yeah. So I can be happy about the man I am. And then I also got off the phone, instead of spending up my energy that I could give to my family, yelling at Bob from India, I got more positive energy to go back and play with my kid. And I want him seeing that? That's right. And then the thing is, like, now we got our friends that turn around, man, I cussed him out, blah, 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 but what'd you get out of it? Yeah. And your friend hype you up. Yeah. I don't...
Yeah, like it's like one of these things where like it's celebrated to be ignorant. Yeah, like, it's like I told that motherfucker, got me fucked up.
Yeah, and now what?
I don't take shit from nobody.
Oh look, I'm tell you right now, at my stage, I'm about to be 35. I don't do no arguing. I don't do no yelling. Yeah. I ain't cussing nobody out. Like it's for me to get there, it's gotta be an extreme. Yeah, I'm gonna learn whatever the lesson is. If this and this happen, oh, you owe me money. You know what? That's my fault. Yeah. I put myself in that position because you only make $500 a month. I loaned you more than you make, so how did I really expect to get that back? I ain't asked for no game plan for repayment. So you know it's a gift. I put myself in that position. Let me not get mad at you. But you know what made that click for me was this story, life coach story again. This dude was driving down the highway, and this green Mustang comes flying by him. Boom! And he gets mad, honking his horn at him, yelling, da, 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 da. The dude's driving home. And the dude gets home, and he's trying to figure out where his son is. His son was riding his bicycle and got hit by a car.
Oh, shit.
Right? And so when he's asking the neighbors, what happened, the neighbors were telling him, your son got hit by a car. There's a guy in a green Mustang rushing him to the hospital right now.
Wow.
So we mad at all of this stuff happening, not knowing what's really going on the other end. So whenever I see somebody speeding, I don't know if they got an accident.
Yeah.
Because look, if my girl called me right now, say something's popping, I'm doing 120 down freaking 5th right here.
Yeah.
I don't care what's going on.
Right. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. So it's like, let me worry about what I got going on. Let everybody worry about what they got going on.
Yeah.
And the world will honestly be a much better place.
Yeah.
Because now I'm casting judgment on this person. Now I'm irritated. For what?
Right.
Because someone cut me off?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it really worth that? Yeah.
Yeah, you got a big dog? I'll be out of hoes. I'll be out of bitches. I'll be out of everything you want me to be.
Right.
I'm going to go back to build my business,
That's
live my good old life, being happy and positive.
Yeah.
As long as you don't step in this bubble, we all right.
Yeah.
You stay over there, do all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You won today, homie.
Right. You got it.
You cussed me the fuck out. Yes, you did.
You got the victory. Right. You're right, man. That's dope. We're going to take one more break. Then we're going to come back, hit a few more. Then we're going to wrap it up. Nitai Kenner is here. Let them know again where they can contact you at, where they can reach you at, if they want to hit the business up and all that stuff. Where can they find you at again?
Yeah, if you want to find me personally, Nitai Kenner, Nitai Kenner on Instagram or Facebook. And Whitehall Nutrition Lounge, Instagram, Facebook.
Yep.
Found in Whitehall, Ohio. Is it Whitehall, Ohio? I think it's just Columbus, actually.
Yeah, it's Columbus, yeah.
That's weird. Why is it that?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I try to figure it out myself, too.
It's in Whitehall, 482 South Yearling Road. Pull up, grab you a shake and tea. Or if you in Dallas, Texas, back to the crib. I got Champions Nutrition out there in Dallas.
Nice. All right, we're going to take one more break. We'll be right back here, on Cloth Talk Podcast. Don't go nowhere.
Who do you love? Are you for sure?
Screaming out like, who do you love? No IG. With all of these bras, I swear one of y'all coming home. Yeah. John Wall, I'm finna flex. If I'm with you, bitch, then I'm finna sex. I don't apologize for nothing in the past. Bad boy, I'm puffy, combs in the flesh. Like, oh no. DJ knocking that new joint. Molly in a drink, now she tryna fuck. Shorty face down and the bottoms up. Loud in the air and the bottoms up. Like way up. I'm a real nigga, I don't chase them. Throw a couple dollars for a fast break. Get a 1-2, now that's a layup. Hater.
Who do you love? Are you for sure?
Is it me?
Who do you love?
Yeah.
Are you for sure?
Tell me it's me, girl.
Are you for sure?
Do you love? Yeah. I don't got a problem being friends with you. Long as you got plans to bring your friends with you. Couldn't give a fuck if your man's with you. Girl, why you acting like I am with you? Yo, like you don't know. Getting bucky in the back at the photo. Got you missing from the party like we're homegirl. Ask shorty, can she take it? She like, oh no. The sky is the limit. Oh hell no, it isn't. A nigga, one moon and the stars. You know I got chips, is you free though to lay up? Bars, talking about who do you love? Baby, you know I'm the one.
Talking about who do you love? Baby, you know I'm the one. Who do you love? Are you for sure?
Are you for sure?
Are you for sure?
Who do you love?
Are you for sure?
Are you?
Who do you love?
Who do you love, girl? Hey.
All right, we are back right here on Cloth Talk Podcast. Nitai Kenner is still with us. He hasn't gone nowhere. He's still hanging out. Been dropping a lot of gems. I hope people are paying attention and like listening to your story for those who are still with us from the beginning. Right? A motherfucker drop off after a while.
Shit, me? Nah, hey, I started hanging in these things though.
Yeah, podcasts are lengthy.
Yeah, they can be lengthy, but what else I'm gonna listen to?
Yeah.
Someone on the radio talking about doing some dumb shit?
Right.
Go on, shake your ass, girl. I'm gonna blow this money. No, I'm not. I'm straight. I'm keeping all of that. Like,
right. I just quick plug real quick again. I just, as y'all can see, those who are watching on YouTube, on the camera right there, I just finished my energy tea from Whitehall Nutrition Lounge.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling very like bouncy. Like I'm feeling like I like got a second wind in me, because I worked out earlier today. I work out in the mornings, and you know, after a good workout, if you go hard, you know, after a while you feel like, okay, whew. Yeah, so like drinking this, like I don't feel like I even like worked out.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, I'm feeling bouncy, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling like nice and energized. So yeah, y'all can see I finished the whole thing. Next is going to be the shake. So definitely, if you are in the Columbus area, please definitely check out Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. It's definitely worth it. Get your life right.
Hella right.
That's right. All right, so we're going to hit a couple of more things and we're going to wrap this up. You've been very gracious with your time thus far, and I appreciate it. You could be doing better things on a Saturday with your time, I'm pretty sure.
Nah, man.
Other than sitting here and babbling with me.
No, but it's like you said, it's a platform where you get to share it with the people.
That's right.
And if it's maybe my story touch one person, then we won.
Happy days.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's team win.
There you go. That's the way to look at it. Okay, so one thing I did want to talk to you about is the people who we associate ourselves with and surround ourselves with. We'll call it like our immediate circle. It's one thing I've learned growing up in Philly, and kind of like as I got older, I was examining things like, damn, like the people who I was hanging around with coming up. I'm 31 now, and I'm just like kind of like reflecting on the people who I hung around with. It's like, wow, those people wasn't really like trying to do anything with their lives, but yet I'm hanging around them. These are my boys. These are what we call quote unquote your day one. That's my homie. We came up through the mud together. That's my boy and all that type of shit, you know. But then you kind of like look at the bigger picture, like, what the fuck are we doing? We just, you know, we hanging out on the corner, we chasing women, we're doing all this dumb shit. Shit don't mean nothing. But luckily for me, I always was the one that had enough goddamn sense. And the strange thing, let me tell you this, like I remember like when I made the decision to go to college. That's how I ended up out here in Ohio. People are like, how the fuck you leave a city like Philly to go to Ohio? So I remember that decision when I made. You know what? I'm like, if I'm gonna do something with my life, I have to get out of this environment. I gotta change my circle. I gotta get out of this environment, because if I just stay in this ain't shit really gonna happen for me in my life. So I was like, you know what? Go to college. So I was like, whatever college is furthest away from Philly, that's where I'm going. So I filled out a bunch of applications. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to major in. I didn't know anything about the schools I was applying to. I was just looking like, where's this college at? Talking to the high school counselor. It's in Oregon. All right, Philly. Where's this college at? Ohio. Okay, where's the next one at? Okay, whatever was the furthest, I was applying. I didn't know anything.
Damn, get me out.
I was like, I just need to get, because I knew I had to get away. So that's how I ended up out here. I got accepted to a college out here, Wilberforce University. Shout out to Wilberforce. But in the midst of that decision, what I was getting at, when I made that decision, guess what type of feedback I got back?
Man, you tripping, dog. Why you going out there? You ain't gonna make it out there.
Exactly. Like, yo, like why you leave? Why you going to fucking Ohio? Ain't nothing out there. Like, you just nothing but these day ones. Like, I thought, damn, y'all not happy. I'm going to college. Y'all acting like I'm making like, oh, you do it. Yo, I'm trying to do something for myself and to show y'all as an example. Like, I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb. I'm going to show y'all, yo, there's other shit out here that we could fucking do. Like, you could do so. You ain't got to be on the fucking corner or hustling or doing all this bullshit. Shit that ain't going to amount to nothing. So I'm thinking like, yo, I'm going to show them like, okay, there's another route. There's a route that you could take. So I remember, I'll never forget, I came back from like the first break, like summer break or winter break, whatever, some type of break from college the first year. I get back, oh, college boy, oh, you smarter than everybody now. What you gonna save us? Because I majored in psychology and shit. Oh, what you gonna save the hood? You smart? Oh, say something smart. I'm like, wow, really? And that was like a dagger, right? I'm like, wow, okay. So back to our original thing when I'm talking about that circle. We are so like attached to our circle, and I think we know that what we're in ain't about shit, but we put those blinders up and we still associate ourselves with these type of people who we know ain't no good for us. It's like, you are who you hang around. If you're going to stay and don't fucking complain. You hanging around motherfuckers who ain't shit, chances are you ain't going shit. So, and I'm glad that, you shared your story in the beginning, because, I could imagine at that time for you leaving that lifestyle, I'm pretty sure you got pushback and flack from that, from your boys probably.
Nah, man. To be honest with you, because I ain't hang around a bunch of people.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew the more people I was around, the more likely I was to F up.
Yeah.
But I was also aware, like, yo, I got a bunch of ain't shit people around me that ain't doing shit. Exactly. I can't function like this.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, it was kind of like.
So, yeah. So why do you think, like, in a larger scheme, that we don't want to leave that circle?
First off, you're taught loyalty. You hear about all the time, that's your family.
Yeah. Okay,
well, if you my family, well, take care of yourself. Right. So I can take care of me, and then we can do some big shit together. Not me take care of you. I'm here to support. Yeah. Support and help are two different things. So, but the other thing is, like, people have a hard time leaving a circle because of, like I said, the loyalty thing. Also, people only really, like I said earlier, people do what they know. Yeah. So sometimes we'll look at a person, man, they ain't shit. No, they just don't know shit. And at some point, you've got to, in yourself, take the time to reflect or grow up or start really evaluating your questions. But once again, people ain't even taught to do that. Yeah. So how can we really expect a person to evolve? And at some point, they got to want it. Yeah. So for me, it's like...
That's what I realized. I had a different desire. Like, and that's one thing I learned too. Like, everybody journey ain't your journey.
Nah, not at all.
Everybody can't come along for the ride.
Nope.
You gotta leave motherfuckers behind. Like, you could try, yo. I remember I extended the opportunity like a lot. Like, yo, man, like, we can do this. Like, I got an idea. Let's invest in this shit. Like, hey, man, I ain't about that shit. That shit ain't. You can't bring them all.
Well, yeah, you don't let them deflate you when they say no.
Yeah, you gotta keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Like you say, that loyalty thing, you like, damn, like, shit, I don't want to leave my homie, so fuck the idea. Then we just go back to hanging out.
But the thing is like, I had to look at the same thing. Yeah. But where does my loyalty lie? And now I'm not gonna say my loyalty is to me and my family and my future, that I'm my what I got, like, looking ahead. Not saying I'm disloyal to people. Yeah. But I gotta look at it like, yo, when I went broke, nobody helped me. My mom's and my sister, that was it. Yeah. The only ones, and that was help. And it was help / support. Yeah. Help was they were doing, and I was digging. Yeah. Some people, they want help, but they sitting on their ass.
We call these handouts.
Yes.
You want a fucking
call
handout.
it what it is. Yeah. I need help. No, dog. You need to learn, and you need a fucking opportunity to do something different. Yeah. So I listen to Eric Thomas, and he talks about a part about this, and he's like, and this part in particular was about money. He was like, yo, when a person calls you asking for money, you got really think about this shit. They don't care about you or your family. They don't care about what their dumbass choices just did and how it's gonna affect your family. Hey sis, I need $100. Why? Because you just left the bar from drinking and spent your rent money. That's not on me to take care of. Right. Because oh, I'll give you a shirt off my back. No, I'm wearing my shirt. Because I've done that a bunch of times and ain't never had no shirt.
Yeah. Then they try to guilt trip you, make you feel guilty, like, oh, you ain't gonna look out for me.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna look out for you. I got an opportunity. Here's what we can do. So you're a very capable adult, just like me. Here's what we can go do together, and I'll walk you through it, and I'll support you through it. Because, like, the fact is, when I was broke, wasn't nobody helping me. When I was making 30 racks a month, we were all partying.
Exactly. Once that was gone, everybody out.
Yeah, and so now I'm in a different phase of life where I got an opportunity where you can come in and I can't legally say what I earn now. Yeah. But you can earn a very, very, very good lifestyle. And you get to create that based on how you want to create it. Yeah. If you're willing to work. Yeah. So he has said that, and he was like, yo, you got to think, what's the dumb shit that they're doing that they're asking you to borrow money for? And sometimes stuff happens, so something crazy, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. But, and then he's like, yo, you can't have them depleting your energy for what they got going on for you and your family, because at the end of the day, yo, you got to take care of your family, because they damn sure ain't going to do it. Right. So then it's like, he's like, if you got to change your circle, and this is what hit. People be like, well, I don't want to cut my friends off. Don't cut them. Just move them. Put them in a different place. So some people you gotta love from afar. Like, I still, man, look, my best friends from back in the day, those are my guys. And every time I see them, it's good memories. But I just can't stay there. Yeah. And they're doing their own things, and I'm happy. I'm proud of them. Yeah. But I can't stay there. Right. Because that ain't the energy for me. So it's still all love, but I gotta go over here. Yeah. Because this is where my calling is too. Yeah. So you gotta follow yours. You'll be stuck where everybody else is at. Yeah. So it's like you ain't gotta cut them off, but you gotta position them differently in your life. Yeah. Yeah. And not feel like bad about it that you're doing that. It's like, damn, like that was my day one. I can't even associate myself with them and nothing like that. Like that. That's a lot for people who, like, especially I've seen this, like, with people who don't have, like, siblings. Like, if it's like the only child and they got, like, yo, he held me down, but I know he ain't doing nothing with his life, so I can't just, like, not leave him type of shit. It's like, it's hard for people to let go. Yeah. But I'm glad that once I went to college and I realized that, kind of like what you talk, like, you gotta, like you said, you gotta move them. Like, you ain't gotta, like, oh, fuck you, I ain't fuck with you no more. Yeah. But you gotta, like you talk about priorities. You like, okay, I ain't making myself a priority. I have to make if I want to be something, I gotta be a priority. I can't put fucking off with them a priority no more. Like, y'all do what y'all want to do over there, but this is what I'm doing with my life. So I'm glad I made that decision very early on, man. Early on in my life. But I just get so, like, sad, like, when I see people in that situation. You just kind of want to, like, shake them, like, oh, wake up, like, you can see potential in people. You be like, yo, what are you doing? You got greatness in you. Yeah. I see it. Like, stop. Like, you just want to, like, you want to, like, and that's like, and bro, I was there too. Like, I've been wanting to shake them and try and get the sense. Yeah. But then again, like, how can I lead by better example and show what's possible? Because that's what I got the energy for now. Yeah. Like, my time ain't even for there no more. Like, yo, I love the shit out of y'all, but I love me. And, like, when I tell you, I retired my mom. She punched the clock day in and day out. She would get up at 6:30. She would go to work. She'd get off work. She'd come home and do some work and go to bed at 11. She did this shit every day for years. So for me to be like, Ma, you ain't got to pay. That didn't happen from me holding my boys down. Yeah. They grown. Hold your motherfucking self down. Hold my mom down. Now I got my son full time. My son's in Dallas right now. He called me, Pops, I want to come through, bet, flight, book. Ain't got to ask. Done. You got a room, you got groceries, you got food. Bro, I took him for the first time in my life. I took him shopping. And we're in the store, and I was like, Jay, you like this? He was like, I mean, it's okay. I was like, do you want it? And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, yo, you got to learn how to, most adults don't make decisions. So make a decision now. Do you like this? Yes or no? No, I don't, then throw it away. Yes, I do, then get it. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I told you, just get it. Stop asking. So I like this. Pops, can I get it? I was like, do you want it? He said, yes. Put it in the cart. Bam, he's tossing his stuff in the cart. Shoes, clothes, got all his essentials. He ain't had no winter gear. Yeah. Walking to the restaurant, foop, next door. Foop, next door. Foop. And there wasn't the money. Right. But the feeling of me being able to provide for my kid and not like, oh my God, well, all right, what's our balance on the, no, I got to check in, like, that shit's for the birds. I want to live life on my terms. I want to live it, and you can't do that function to other people.
Yeah.
But to real quick, something you said, I want to move here to get away from this environment. Sometimes you got to switch environments.
Yeah.
But just remember, wherever you go, you got to take you with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if
You're still you.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I left this circle to go attract the same circle in a different city.
It's also, you got to change your mindset as well.
Yeah, it's on the wall of my club. It say, change your mindset, change your life. My best friend says it all the time. He's my sponsor, the dude I was telling you about earlier.
Okay, yeah.
So y'all can follow him, Garen.
Yeah.
I think it's Garen.Jones or Garen S. Jones on Instagram.
Yeah.
Crazy. Lifestyle.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about that.
Okay.
But it's like,
yeah, it's the next level. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, your mind also got to be cultivated for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that just comes along, like, you know, I had written down here, like, societal norms, like, that wanting to be accepted, you know, acceptance, belonging. Everyone wants to feel like they belong. Like, whatever this group that I fit there, okay, I want to feel like I belong there and I want to be accepted there. Then now with this world we're living in, this fast social media life, this fast life, I want to be accepted in there. So whatever they're doing to whatever that is, I have to be that to be accepted in that. But then you're chasing that and you lose who the fuck you are. Like, you're not even yourself anymore. You're like you done completely like mind fucked yourself to believe that you're something that you're not, to be accepted in a group that probably 9 times out of 10 don't even like give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
You know, it's a wicked world out here that we living in. To, you know, just the brain is convoluted with a bunch of nonsense because there's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of like this is a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
You know that. Sadly, a lot of us buy into it. Like, we believe that shit is real. Yeah. Like, and motherfuckers are chasing it heavy. They are like neglected. Like, we saw priorities to chase this.
Yeah.
You know, it's a wicked time.
I mean,
man.
but it's once again it's environment. So what you see all day, what you hear, what you're around all day, it's eventually the only thing that you really start knowing to do.
Yeah.
So like, the thing I looked at is like there's growth, right? Like, humans are the only thing on the planet that stops growing.
Yeah.
Everything else will grow until it dies. So we at some point stop growing, and we look at it as a bad thing. Oh, he's growing. Oh, he's changing. There's that. But the thing is, like, you can go and chase a group, or you can let your energy attract the group, and you'll naturally find what you want to be around and who you want to be around, and bring those people to come to you.
Yeah.
Like right now, you come to the lounge, you come to the Whitehall Nutrition Lounge.
Yeah.
Energy good, positivity. We be in there laughing, kicking it. I've got white people, black people, Chinese people, Asian people, pregnant women, not pregnant women, police officers, non-police officers, drug dealers, everyone comes in there and everyone vibes and has a good time.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And everyone's in their own, you know, like they do their own thing. It's all like love and respect.
Yeah.
But that's the energy that I intentionally created in that space, because that's all I will be around.
Yeah, everyone's welcome.
Yeah, I ain't got no time for the extra stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think into that, because what you think into is what you bring into your life.
Yeah.
So I'm straight.
Yeah,
leave it alone. It's only the positive, happy stuff. So don't chase it. Create it.
Yeah, there you go. Don't chase it. Create it. That's beautiful. My final question, I guess. Well, we kind of hit it, but I guess we could like put a nail in it. We'll wrap it up. I had written down on here failure. Well, we kind of like hit it, but you know, why do you think a lot of people kind of like, well, just, I guess if we just keep it a buck, fail in life? They just fail. They don't, it's just
I think it's standards and priorities. Like, people say I'm successful, but to who? What's your version of success? Because like, not, if I'm using you, this could be success. Like, when I was broke, this was successful. Yeah. You know? So what's your version of success? A. But then B, like, what did you really fail at? You know, did you attempt to go after something that's on your heart? And if you look at it like, oh, this door closed in my face, you know, there's the saying, it opens other doors. So my relationships, I didn't fail. I had a bunch of great relationships that had shitty shit happen in it, But the thing was, I learned from each one, so I got to learn how to treat the next woman that I was with, and how I, as a man, wanted to show up. So it wasn't no failing. I didn't fail in my other business.
Yeah.
I learned that, $1 million is real.
Yeah.
I learned I can go and create as much income as I want to create. So let me go and put it in this different area. So you're only failing when you decide to really stop learning, and not just learning, but learning and applying. People learn all day. I read a book. Well, what did you apply from the book? Like, you're going to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
What are you going to apply from the podcast?
Yeah.
Or did you just listen to it, which is great.
Yeah.
But what are you going to apply? So don't,
Yeah.
so I think that's really where the failure lies, when you start putting these expectations and standards on stuff with no, like, you got to figure out what that is for you, not let other people put that on there.
Yeah. You got to define it for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. This has been a pleasure, man. I enjoyed this, man. It's been a great conversation. I'm glad we could make this happen. I'm glad this was dope.
Man, I'm glad you hit me. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad. I'm definitely going to swing by in person to, I'm definitely going to come to the Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. I'm definitely going to make time to stop by and show some love. For sure.
Man, pull up. Yeah, have fun. It's like a daycate. It really is like a daycation.
Yeah.
So I call it. Everybody comes in there and they're like, this is in the middle of Whitehall? Because you feel, like I said, good energy, good vibes, it's bright, the music be bad. I don't play none of that new stuff. We on the older, like, taking over for the 9-9 and tilting the well, like.
That's my type of vibe. That's my type of vibe too. Nice. That's dope. Once again, go ahead. Where can they find you at again? Where can they hit up the spot? Go ahead and plug away.
So my personal Instagram and Facebook, Nitai Kenner, NITAI KENNER. And then if you want to look for the shop, pull up, get your health in order.
Yeah.
It's Whitehall Nutrition Lounge.
Yeah. Or
if you're in Dallas, it's Champions Nutrition Club.
Dope. Make sure y'all following Nitai on those platforms, man. Like you said, you are what you hang around, man. Attach yourself to people who doing shit with their lives, everyone, we all have greatness in us, man. We all, it's there. You just gotta figure that out for yourself, define it, take action. So I hope people who are viewing, people who are listening, hopefully you took something from this conversation, hearing Nitai's story, where he came from. Y'all heard where he came from. The man is a businessman now, entrepreneur. Everyone, we could do it. You can do it. Everyone could do it. So
you do it to your level.
Yeah.
If it's 200 a month, whatever.
It doesn't have to be this big old, you gotta be a millionaire.
Sure, you get what you need for your life.
Yeah.
I think if I left anybody one last thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Final words.
Is choose. You gotta choose, not decide. Because that's like in space of like lack. You choose, because a choice is powerful. I'm choosing to do this.
It's more definite.
Yeah, like I got vanilla, I got chocolate. Which one do you want? Are you gonna decide, or no? I'm choosing vanilla. So it's like when you choose what you want in your life, you choose what you're gonna go do. You choose what's important, or you get left with that last minute. I gotta decide between this, and I really don't want either. Yeah. So you choose what you want, and then take full action. Learn as you go.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's dope. That's a great note to end on. If you enjoyed this conversation, like I said, make sure you go ahead and follow Nitai on the platforms. If you missed it, rewind it. And it'll be in the description of the episode. Just hit description. I'll have all his contact. You got a website for the thing?
No, man.
No
Instagram,
website.
Facebook.
Okay,
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook. There you go. So
Keep
all
it
that
simple.
Yeah, all that information will be in the link in the description of this episode. So make sure you connect with him. Reach out. He don't bite.
Nah, not at all. I got braces. It hurt.
There you go. Follow the podcast everywhere. That's Cloth Talk Podcast. Subscribe, drop a comment, like, share, all that good stuff. And we will see you again on an episode of Cloth Talk Podcast. Peace.
Peace.
Wait. Let's get Jerome.